All right, so in section 8.1, day 1, we introduced what exponential functions are, and today we're going to talk about exponential growth models and how these functions can be used. So standard form for exponential growth model is y equals a times 1 plus r to the t power. Okay, so y is the current balance. A is the initial amount. T is the time in years. R is the percent increase. And 1 plus r is the growth factor. So if you look at example 1, it says the cost of tuition C can be modeled by C equals 4,300 times 1.04 to the t power. So right here, this 1.04 is really 1 plus r that comes from above in the equation, the 1 plus r part. So if 1 plus r is 1.04, that means r equals 0.04, right? So it says identify the initial amount, the growth factor, and the annual percent of increase. So the initial amount, which is usually the A value, is 4,300. The growth factor, which is 1 plus r, is 1.04. And the percent increase, which is r, is 0.04, or 4%. In example 2, it says, in 1980, about 2,180,000 U.S. workers worked at home. During the next 10 years, the number of workers working at home increased 5%. So if it increased 5%, that means that R is 0.05 if it increased by 5%. So it says to write a model giving the numbers W in millions of workers working at home T years after 1980. So in 1980, if we start with 2,180,000, that would be our initial amount. So the initial amount is 2,180,000. The growth factor is 1 plus 0.05. So it's 1.05 to the t power. So it's 2,180,000 times 1.05 to the t power. So if we graph this, if t is 0, that means 0 years after 1980. So that means in 1980, there is 2.18 million. Okay, and I'm going to change it to a decimal because it'll fit in here better. After 1 year, that means you plug in 1 for t. So it's 2,180,000 times 1.05 to the first power. That is 2.29 million. When you plug in 2,180,000 times 1.05 to the second power, that is 2.4 million. And when you plug in 3, you'll get 2.52 million. All right, so when we graph this, I should point out that we only need this part of our graph right here. Okay. We're just going to use the top right corner. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. So on the bottom, it's going to be years after 1980. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years after 1980. Along the side is workers in millions. Okay, so we're going to start with 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4. And actually, let me fix this. I don't like how it looks. I'm going to skip a line. So I'm going to do 2.1 right here, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4. And we're going to skip a line up here. It's going to be 2.5. Okay, so if we plot our points, the first point is 0, 2.18. So 0, 2.18 is going to be right about here. Then we have 1, 2.29, 2, 2.4, and 3, 2.5. So it looks like that. It's hard to tell, but that does have a little bit of a curve to it. If we kept going, it would curve more and get steeper. Okay, but that is exponential growth. Can you see we go from 2.18 to 2.29 to 2.4 to 2.5? It's hard to see, but it is going up exponentially because t is in the exponent. Right. Compound interest is interest paid on both the initial amount, which is called principal, and the previously earned interest. Okay, this is how your bank accounts can make money, and how a lot of people, when they retire as millionaires, is because of this. It's because of compound interest. So the compound interest formula is A equals P times 1 plus R over N to the N times T power. All right, and again, I know the letters are different. There's a P in here, there's an R and an N. Really, this is still an exponential function because we have a variable in the exponent. Let me fix this. We have a variable in the exponent. Okay, so it's very similar to the one up here. And there, y equals a times 1 plus r to the t power, because that one also has a variable in the exponent. Okay, and let's talk about these letters. A is the balance. So how much money you currently have. P is the initial principal. So what you start with. R is the annual rate. And this is going to be as a decimal. And T is years. Okay, N is the times compounded per year. If it's annually, that means N is going to equal 1 time. If it's semi-annually, that means N will equal 2 times. And if it's quarterly, that means N will equal 4 times. Quarterly for semi-annually means you cut it in half, so it's 2 times. So in our example, let me stay right about here. If I am Fine deposits $1,500 in an account that pays 6% annual interest and it's compounded annually, find the balance after 5 years. So the principal is the initial amount. That is $1,500. The 6% means R equals 0.06. That is your rate. If it's compounded annually, that means it's compounded once per year. By the way, this is very rare. most bank accounts are compounded continuously, which we'll get to eventually. And it's 5 years, so t equals 5. So if we put this in our equation, we would have y equals 1,500 times 1 plus, and up here we have r over n, so 0.06 divided by 1 to the n times t power. So it's 1 times 5. So this is y equals 1,500 times 1.06 to the 5th power. When you type this in, we will get 2,007, so $2,007.34. So $2,007.34 is what you'll have after 5 years. So in 5 years, it grew from $1,500 to $2,007. So you got like $500 for free just by putting money into that account. Right, and then the last example. If geometry deposits 3,230, that means P equals 3,230. Okay, and that pays 4.5% interest annually. So that means the rate is 0.045. And it is compounded semi-annually. That means n equals 2 because it's twice per year. And we're going to find the balance after 2 years and 3 months. 2 years and 3 months. 3 months is 1/4 of a year. So this is really 2 3/12, which is 2.25 years. Okay, so if we take our equation, y equals P, so $3,230 times 1 plus r divided by n, so 0.045 divided by n, which is 2, to the n times t power, so 2 times 2.25 power. So we have is y equals 3,230 times 1.0225 to the 4.5 power. So when you type in your calculator, you're going to get 3,570 and 16 cents. So after just over 2 years, your money grew from 3,230 to 3,570. So you made over $300 in just over 2 years. And that's how compound interest works. Your money grows over time, and eventually it'll grow faster and faster and faster. It'll kind of form a graph like those exponential graphs we graphed the other day. And that is all we got for today.